What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be kind of hard for a lot of you to hear, but to be completely honest, I'm seeing a lot of feedback on Arc Raiders talking about needing a gear-based matchmaking system. And I may offend some people here with this video, but I can't believe what I'm seeing and hearing. I'll be honest, if the devs listen to this feedback and add a gear-based matchmaking system, then Arc Raiders is not going to last as long as most of us want it to last. The problem with adding a gear-based matchmaking system to an extraction shooter is, well, you pretty much kill the entire extraction shooter vibe, right? The best part about a looter extraction shooter hardcore game. First, let me give you some history here. I have like 2,000 hours in Tarkov. I played Arena Breakout for a while. I was a big BR gamer before that, okay? And if you add a gear-based matchmaking system to Arc Raiders, you now kind of make PvP feel less rewarding, right? There's going to be no point in taking those PvP fights or even looting other players while you're in there doing your quests. And that is the entire purpose of a PvEVP extraction type game, okay? Going in with your free kit, getting really lucky and finding a dead raider that's decked out in blue and purple gear, or you pick a fight with a group and you somehow win and now you upgraded your kit like crazy. If you add a gear-based matchmaking system, you get rid of so much of the dynamic aspect of how these raids play out. And I couldn't disagree more with the feedback of people saying this needs to be in a game. I think really what this comes from is maybe people who have just never played an extraction shooter before. Like, I'm imagining a lot of the people that want gear-based matchmaking are like TDM type players where they kind of don't even want to be able to loot gear at all. They don't really want the high stakes PvP at all. But the problem is you guys are missing the point that is the best part about these games. If you take out the looter shooter elements of Arc, right, which Arc is already a light version of like Tarkov or Arena Breakout, right? It's a very light extraction shooter. You get free kits, which you don't get in Tarkov. You know, getting in and out of raids can be done in a matter of 3 minutes. If you really want to get out, you could just get out extremely fast. And getting rid of that dynamic aspect of teams running different levels of loot in one raid, I'll be honest, I think that would be the death of the game. I think the longevity would be gone, and it would get repetitive really, really quick. If every single raider, every single player in your lobby was running, you know, roughly the same kit, it would feel, I don't know, it just wouldn't feel good to me. I think that the people asking for a gear-based matchmaking system, you need to just play the game more. Let the game come out, play the game, experience the game more, learn the game more. You know, it's the same as I saw with the feedback of people saying that we need better ways of knowing when someone's knocked or when someone's dead or whatever. Like, are you kidding me? It shoots a massive red flare up into the sky when you knock someone. When you take someone's shield, you hear a bunch of electrical sparking and you see blue while you're shooting them, and you hear a big crunch and an electric crash at the end, and you know their shield is popped. Like, what more do you need? I think people are kind of just complaining about nonsense at this point, and I'm not sorry if I offend anyone with this, because I'm just speaking my opinion. And I think that the people saying that gear-based matchmaking should be in this game, you will actually be the death of this game if the devs listen to you and put this in. The devs have responded to this, and basically said, let me see, what did they say? They said, we noticed some discussions around loot or gear score matchmaking. While it is true that the team has previously evaluated loot/gear-based as well as other types of matchmaking principles, right now the focus is on maintaining the split between solos and squads to keep those groups on an even playing field wherever possible. I think this is the best way to balance it. I do not, and I repeat, I do not think that gear-based matchmaking would be a good thing in this game. I think it would kill the longevity by a lot. People would get bored way quicker. The gameplay loop would get boring way quicker. People would, you're essentially, you're saying you just want the PvP out of the game, or you want an entire lobby of free kits running around, because that's essentially what would happen. What's the point of getting good gear if everyone has the same gear? It makes no sense in a game like this. That is arguably one of the best parts about a game like this, is that when you do go in with a good kit, you know your chances of survival are a little bit higher. You know, you kind of have a better time because you're running better gear than some of the lobby. Not all. There's going to be someone in there with better gear than you. And then that's where the skill comes in, and the game sense and the knowledge and being able to play situations smart, hit your shots, position yourself accordingly. Like, it's not a TDM game. So stop trying to make it a team deathmatch game. You know, you got Black Ops 7 coming out. Go play that if that's how you feel. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I had to make a video because I'm sitting here watching all people say all this, and I'm like, if the devs listen to this gear-based matchmaking crap, then I actually am nervous for the future of Arc Raiders, and I don't think it'll last as long as people want it to last. I love the game. I think it's great where it's at. I think it's a lot of fun, and this is coming from a veteran Tarkov player. It's nowhere near, it's not even 10% as hardcore as a game like Tarkov, and that's a good thing. I think it's a little bit more accessible, right? It's also going to be on console. You have a lot more accessibility to Arc Raiders. A lot more people are going to be able to try it and jump in. And maybe if you haven't played an extraction shooter before, give it some time. Because once you understand the game, once you get the mechanics down, once you have that raid where you went in with a free kit and you wiped, you know, 1 or 2 players, even as a solo, if you wipe a player or two that came in with a really good kit and you came in with your free kit, you're going to understand why gear-based matchmaking would ruin this game, because you're going to loot that player that you down and be like, holy crap, I need to get out. This is an insane loadout. And you came in with a free kit. The dopamine rush and the excitement that you get from that is what makes extraction shooters so much fun. The high-stakes PvP is what makes extraction shooters so much fun. If you want TDM, there's a million TDM games out there. You could play any TDM game. But that is not what this is supposed to be, and I think the direction that the devs have gone with Arc Raiders is good. I think it does have a lot of longevity, a lot of replayability. You know, I don't know why people want to change the core mechanics of the game like that to that extent. It's kind of alarming to me, and it's very worrisome to know that. I'm glad that the devs said that they are not considering it right now, and they're focusing on splitting solos and squads. I think that's a great thing, right? You should be able to queue in as a solo and play against other solo players. I think that's something that Tarkov always lacked, right? Playing solo, you could still do well. You're not, everyone you're fighting isn't a squad of 4, you know, or 5 people. But having the matchmaking prioritized based on being a solo or in a trio or whatever is definitely something that's important to me. I think in Arc Raiders, because it's a lot different than games like Tarkov. In Arc Raiders, it's not impossible, but it's going to be a lot harder for you to be a solo and wipe a 3-stack. It's just the gunplay and the magazine sizes and the time to kill don't really allow for that. It would be a lot harder. It's not impossible. I'm sure you can do it, but it would be a lot harder. Whereas a game like Tarkov, you know, you can go be naked with a pistol and 20 bullets and you see a 3-stack, and if you play it right, you could head eyes all 3 of them in 1 bullet, take all 3 of them out with 3 bullets total. And take all their stuff and get out. That's not really as possible in a game like Arc Raiders, with the time to kill being a lot higher than Tarkov. So I do think the importance of separating solos and squads is definitely something that I'm happy that they're working on this. But gear-based matchmaking, my opinion, wouldn't work. I think it would take a lot of longevity out of the game. I think it would kind of suck if they put it in. It would make PvP feel irrelevant. You'd want to just avoid every fight. There's no point in taking PvP fights. Why do I want to kill this guy and loot his free kit when I'm running a free kit? You know what I mean? It takes a lot out of it. I really hope the devs do not listen to this, but you know, time will tell, right? I think we'll see. You know, the game's launching in 5 days at this point, so we're gonna have to wait and see how people feel, and just hope that the devs do not do that, because you know, you guys could refer back to this video. If they do that, I'm telling you right now, this game will not last very long. It'll make the game feel extremely repetitive, extremely boring, and it will, you know, not give any incentive to take PvP fights. You'll see people just avoiding all the fights. And if that's something that bothers you, that there's PvP in the game, I mean, again, there's other games that are PvE only. Being a PvPvE game is one of the selling points to this game. And maybe it's a genre you've never played before, but give it an actual chance before you go trying to change core mechanics of the game, because there's a reason that games like Tarkov, even with all the bugs that Tarkov has had over the years, are still massively popular. There's a reason why Arena Breakout Infinite is massively popular. You don't want to go down the route of Call of Duty DMZ, because that's basically what you're saying when you want all these things in Arc Raiders. DMZ is nothing. It's the most dead version of COD. That nobody plays it. It's garbage, in my opinion. And that's what you're trying to turn Arc Raiders into. So please refrain from wanting that in this game. Give the game a chance. Play the game. Get decent at the game. And then tell me that you want gear-based matchmaking. I think it would be a death sentence for the game. I don't know if anyone agrees. If you do, drop comments down below. Like the video. Follow me on Kick, kick.com/hammerdance. We're partnered over there. We're going to be doing a massive stream on the launch day of Arc Raiders. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel. That's all I've got for you. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you in the next one.